Hello, people, and welcome back to Terra Magica. Hey, second episode, and I am joined with Coastercad. Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hi. How have you been, man?
I've been fine, man. Done a lot of work on the park as well and other projects as well. So
I know,
like,
I know.
you guys gonna see a lot of content in the near future for me. So that's good.
Awesome, man. That's awesome news. Yeah, you've been a busy bee in here. At least after I went in and made this build, as you see here in the background. You guys, next video will be something really epic. You guys are absolutely gonna love it. I have not seen it yet, but Coastercad has been very busy making a butterfly house, which we will check in next episode. So yeah, there's something to look forward there, definitely. But before we spoil too much here, I am making a blacksmith in this episode today. We have our town here, as you can see. Sometimes in the background you get like a little scent of the castle that Coastercad made, and then some buildings left for this building here. But we kind of want to combine and connect our build styles together before I kind of left for vacation and stuff, so we can kind of like see it, and also you guys can see it. So we're kind of like trying to mix and match different things here. As you can see, we have a little bit of Coastercad stuff on the left, which we will show in next video, so you guys will get a closer look at those things. But yeah, it's mainly just to get a little bit more life and more stuff going here in this town here, because we both know.
Yeah, but the buildings you see on the left, they're already changed a bit. So
Yeah, so
I changed one of them because I didn't really like the facade. So don't pay too much attention to them because they will be different in the next video.
all right, yeah, okay, cool. I'm excited. But yeah, we kind of wanted to build this town here, because we both know this is gonna be, of all the projects I think in this park zoo, I think the town here is obviously gonna be the one we're gonna use most time on. It's gonna be very intricate, it's gonna be very tedious, but
Yeah, I think this town will be like 70% of all pieces.
yeah,
Maybe more even.
I would say so as well. Yep.
Yeah, because we're planning a lot in here, so.
Yeps, a lot. Actually,
And,
it's actually just gonna be like, yeah, a fantasy medieval town where we're gonna try and get as much atmosphere into this. Oh man, by the way, I saw, I don't really listen to them, right? But there's a lot of cool sound effects and sounds and music we can put in the speakers and kind of like do an ambience in different areas. I just never listened to the songs and ambience there is, but I did on stream the other day, and I was actually quite surprised of all the cool sounds and songs we have in the game.
oh yes, but I already used some ambient sounds and music in my butterfly exhibit. So
Awesome.
I already checked a lot of them out already.
Awesome, man. I'm excited. Yeah, you're good at that stuff. I don't know what it is. I love building an atmosphere, but I'm so bad at adding sounds to the atmosphere. You know what I mean? Like it's just not my. I forget it, but I have to be better at that. 100%. But it's good I got you though in this one, because then I know that's not gonna be something I forget.
Yeah, well, you just gotta play around with them. It's easy and fun to do, because it's like the most easy part of the game. So.
Yes.
Yeah, but like you said, it's a shame you forgot. But I mean, yeah, you should get into that really, because
I
it's
should.
kind of cool to finish that vibe off, what you're creating here with some extra sound.
100%. Yeah,
And
like
I always, when I finish my build, I always do the sound as the last piece of it, to finish off that vibe.
exactly.
And
Yeah,
the
that's
sound is really important.
it is, man. Like I love it when other people do it in their projects, right? Like I'm a big fan of it, but I am like, I don't even add like music to my rides as well, right? I don't know what it is. I need to be better at that, but we will. We'll
Yeah, just play around with them, and you will get good.
100%, bro. I'm with you there. Just need to grind a bit, right?
And maybe Planet Zoo is a good place to start.
Yeah,
Because you just have to play to speakers and don't worry about triggered effects and stuff like that. So
exactly.
you just start in here and then you can expand on it on Planet Coaster.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that. I didn't. Unfortunately, we didn't get to add it here, but next time you will get to hear a little bit of ambience and stuff. But back to this build here. I'm doing a blacksmith. I thought the blacksmith would fit perfect here in our town, like right below the castle. It could be like the king's sort of royal blacksmith kind of type guy, right here. And I thought it was super cool, especially with this whole building style this guy have. It was a picture I found on Pinterest that I put into our little inspiration folder there, and I kind of like took inspiration from that, and then I kind of just went my own ways with it for a little bit. There were some things on it that me and Coastercad didn't like, so I was kind of like, I'll figure out something to do with that. You know, the whole on the left side of the house, there was like this stairway going all the way up with like a thatch roof on the left side of it. So it's I kind of like how it ended up looking like this instead. So this was kind of tricky to do. I'm trying to make like a freaking like a fantasy chimney sort of vibe here, and I didn't want it, as you also mentioned, like I don't want it to look like a tower. So I had to like do some things to it to make it look more as a chimney. But when I add the detailing inside, the interior and stuff, a lot of it will make sense. It will look super, super nice.
Yeah, I remember when you showed me the art where you were inspired to make this.
Yes.
And, you know, of course, the chimney was kind of the highlight.
It was.
And I remember saying, I'm not sure if this is a chimney that wants to be a tower or a tower that wants to be a chimney. And when you showed it to me, I had no idea how you could actually make this in Planet Zoo with what pieces, and you know the whole shape expanding wider, going down.
Yes.
But, I mean, yes, you really nailed it. I'm really impressed.
Thank you, man.
How you fixed that chimney. Yeah, it's amazing work.
Appreciate that, man.
I'm
but
sure
it
was not easy.
No, I mean you saw you saw one.
You should make
here.
it look easy in this video, but
yeah, that's what I'm
no,
saying.
it's not easy to make a shape like that, going, you know, a round shape going outwards. That's hard to do.
Oh yeah, as I say, like this was definitely not first take, which the video shows, but that was like my fourth try to actually get the perfect shape,
Yeah,
right? So
exactly.
so yeah, it took some tries to get there, but as soon as I also, as I say, connect it to the interior, where I actually make it feel like it's actually a real chimney that actually functions, then it'll look 10 times better, 100%. I do really like when I kind of like add to the building here, to the castle here, that it kind of like attached to it, right? Really gives it a nice medieval feeling and fantasy feeling to it. So after I started ended off the roof and the chimney and stuff, I kind of wanted to add these windows, and I really love these windows. FYI too, these, like those twilight panels, those very thin pieces you just saw me use there, they are amazing, dude. That's like one of the best pieces so far I have seen from the Twilight pack. It's amazing. Really love them. But I'm just trying to.
I love how you combine the different packs here.
Oh yeah,
some Indian piece with the Twilight piece. I'm still trying to figure that out a bit in Planet Zoo, to combine pieces, like to make windows like you did here. And yeah, this is an amazing example. And now you use the Arctic piece as well.
Yes, to close it off.
So that's like 3 packs in one window already. So that's nice work.
I actually think the Indian arch is actually just base game, actually.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like,
but I know what you mean, though.
Things,
yeah. So the picture didn't really show so much of the interior, so I kind of like just had to improvise. So that's kind of like just what you're seeing when I go crazy with the interior. That I'm just improvising. I'm just trying to see what works where. As we mentioned in the last video, even though it's fantasy, things can still make sense, and that's kind of like how we want to build it. So like everything is sort of, I guess you can say there's realistic approaches, but it's still very fantasy-esque in some senses of buildings and stuff. And if I have a chance to actually build a functioning chimney as I can in this build, then I'm definitely doing it, compared to others where you just, okay, I cannot do anything inside, you know. And since this is also an open building from the street, right? You see, you look straight into it, so you don't want an empty building. You want some nice, captivating interior that kind of like draws you in, right? And that's kind of like the whole goal I was trying to with the interior when we get that far. But yeah, again, using the Twilight pieces with the Arctic pieces here, and just trying to make a little bit of a higher window that is placed above the other one. It kind of gives it a nice, you know, as I say, like a little bit fantasy vibe with having these sort of different heights and variations of windows, right?
Yeah, I can only agree. I mean, I use that a lot, like slightly, you know, different window heights and stuff like that to make it a bit more kooky, make it a bit more fantasy-like.
Wonky. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Wonky always works in fantasy, so.
It does, and we're definitely also gonna make some wonky buildings the further in we go. I mean, you already did kind of like with the big cottage. You did. It's a little bit of a wonky build, right? But you guys will see that next.
It's kind of unique, but yes, you will see it next episode.
Yes, where we are gonna tell you guys a little bit more about Terra Magica and show you guys the bits of what we have so far. But I am just detailing, just trying out to see what looks good, what works here, and what not. And I'm adding a window, and like you can see, I'm using these Twilight pieces to make those frames as well, right? Or the trim pieces. It's just, they're just so good, dude. Also because they have like this sort of round shape to them. They're not like square. You see that? Like they have like this sort of super nice.
Yeah. They give a bit more texture, more 3D-ish texture vibe. Yeah,
exactly. And I really like that. So I'm adding some pathing here because I just wanted to see how it would look, but I eventually also delete that and make a custom path because I'm adding a shop in here, which I thought was kind of, how can I do that, you know? But it actually worked pretty well because the counter shops aren't that big compared to the normal shops. So it definitely helps a lot to have those in this game here. Definitely. So yeah, I'm just improvising here, man. Just trying to figure out what can I do, and then I also wanted to close off all the side bits and stuff where you can kind of like see the mess. You know what I mean?
Yes.
If you can hide the mess, you should definitely hide the mess.
I agree.
But if you can, then at least just try something. So yeah, as you can see, trying to give it some support work inside here, just trying to make it look a little bit more, yeah, you know. So it's more supportive, and I'm really having fun making this build, to be fair, because there's something about making these different type of builds that you don't really see in real life, and yeah, they're fun, they're interesting to build because it's not a style or anything you would kind of like come up with yourself in a sense. So it's super cool to try it out and actually see that where it takes you afterwards. And especially now when you sort of have the building, the exterior, and then you have to go into the interior, and that's where the fun part begins. Are you an exterior or interior man? What do you prefer most?
Well, so far in Planet Zoo, I'm definitely an exterior man.
Yeah.
Because I'm still struggling a lot with the interiors. Because I'm so used to Planet Coaster and the pieces that it's kind of different, especially when with finishing the details, stuff like that, and do the cluttering. Yeah, I find it really harder so far than Planet Coaster. But I will get there eventually. So
yeah, like.
Need some practice.
We need to get back to like the conservation pack, where we actually got our first actual legit clutter. And we also got a little bit in Europe, but we had to go like through 3 or 4 packs until we actually got more clutter compared to the ones we already had in base game. So so if you come from Planet Coaster, then like I had a big issue with this in the start. Like I was actually furious that there were not more clutter in the game. But as you know now, we got a lot of smaller pieces. We got a lot of different types of pieces. It's just how you use them, right? And that's sort of, as you say, you just have to figure out what goes to what, and etc. Right? So, using a little bit of stuff from my fantasy clutter pack here. Great pack. Guys should download it. The link is down below if you want to check it out yourself. There are some great fantasy pieces in there that I've made for you guys to enjoy if that is what you want and you need a little bit more of something else. But yeah, you can see here slowly starting to do the the chimney part here, the fire pit, and that's also a big issue in Planet Zoo, right? Because we don't really got fire, so you had to improvise.
Yes, I noticed that last time I was building, I needed fire, but I was like, where's the fire? Oh no.
Yeah, and I don't get it. I don't get why we can't just get like a little fire.
Yeah, just one small effect.
Yeah, just like a little one. Like there's already torches and stuff in the game, so I don't see why we can't have a little fire when we have mist, steam, snow, rain. Like, yeah, weird. I do not understand. Maybe we'll get it one day. Who knows? Frontier, are you listening? Give us fire. Yes. All right.
I love this little detail you made there. The sort of small gate to the shop.
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah,
really nice detail. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, even though we're building fantasy, we're still trying to make it look as a realistic approach on things. You know, because it still has to make sense.
I agree. Yes.
So a little bit of small, details here and there where actually, okay, so this is where they go in and out instead of just having this open section where there's nothing in, right? It's kind of boring. But yeah, as you can see, the interior is slowly starting to be filled up with a lot of stuff, and it's slowly becoming a blacksmith on the interior. The exterior, I wouldn't say looks like a blacksmith at all. Like it could be a legit whatever building, but having the interior here to be able to look in from the outside really makes it for me. Like I'm a big fan of this build, and the interior I did here is probably one of my better interiors in Planet Zoo for sure, even though it's such a small little interior build.
Yeah. This piece you're using now, that's really good.
Oh, they're amazing, dude. Yeah. They're so good. So yeah, you can see here I'm since I've built like something like this before, and I kind of know what kind of fire pieces we can have. I'm using this sort of I think it's the Moroccan or maybe the African fire pit. Yeah, this guy here, African wall decorative fire pit. It's called. Wow. But yeah, I'm using this, right, and this is like the closest I can sort of get to something that looks like a fire, right? And then I eventually also just add the torches underneath it. You'll see, I'm like, this is what we do, Frontier, when you don't give us fire. I have to improvise. But I'm super happy for it though. And I think as soon as you get the grip of all the clutter pieces and what you can use for stuff, I think you're gonna enjoy it so much more too, man. Like 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of things already here that I can use, so...
Yeah.
I'm learning a lot from your builds this this time around.
I usually learn a lot from you and Planet Coaster just by looking at your stuff. It's freaking incredible. So, as I said to you, man, before we started this is going to be a great collab. We are going to learn a lot from each other, and we're just going to evolve through this collab here.
I like this piece you're using now on the ropes. I mean, that's just, yeah.
Yeah, it's like...
I mean, I see this piece for the first time. You know.
Yeah, that's also in the conservation pack where we get those, and it's pretty much gutter pieces, but I feel like they work well as like wrenches and tools for the blacksmith, right?
Just yeah, the like small pieces you can make a lot of stuff out of them.
Yeah, and in this game we really have a lot of those pieces, man.
And they have nice textures as well. So
Yes, I 100% agree. I almost feel like, dude, like
you could even make like steel buckets or stuff like that out of them.
yeah, you can even make cages. I already made some, right? Like there is tons of options with all these small pieces they put into the game to us here. And I gotta say though, like if you look at the base game pieces and then to the newer pieces, I feel like there is a slight difference. Like you can see the newer pieces in the newer packs are way like they're just better, right? But I guess it also looks like that with the animals. Like the animals that came with the base game are definitely not as freaking amazing as this last pack just got out here, for example, right? It is crazy. It's kind of like us, right? We build a park and then we're 2 years about it and then we kind of want to go back to redo something we did a year ago, right? Because it just doesn't fit for how we build now, you know? Well, I don't know. Maybe it's just me that does that.
Yeah, well, I usually don't spend longer than a year on one park. So
wow, flexing,
I
dude.
definitely know what you mean. I see it in other people's stuff. Yes, I know what you mean.
All right, I'm glad you do though. I'm glad you do. So as you can see here, I had to use these freaking Indian bamboo torches to put underneath the fires there. So we kind of like get a little bit of yeah, you saw a little bit of fire pieces coming up, right? So up here, I'm trying to do, this was like just a little extra detail I felt like it needed because the picture kind of like had something similar to this. So I was just trying my way out and see if it would work, and it kind of did. So so I just kept it up there. And then I know this building here on the side is a little bit longer in the sense of like being shorter to the roof on this side here because we have it like, I had to build it a little bit on the right because if I put it in the middle, it just lost the charm of the build. So I had to put it a little bit on the side because we also had the chimney, and it's all about composition, right? So, and I didn't like it if I did it like that. So I really like it like this. Adding the last pieces to the chimney here to give it that little extra look. And that was also like really a pain because I figured out here that it was not completely aligned. But it's okay though. It's okay. It's a little bit wonky and a little bit destroyed. Oh, I see actually missing a piece there. Oh well, it's fine. No one saw that. But
yeah, but that's the good stuff about wonky stuff, and you know, it doesn't have to be, everything doesn't have to be aligned.
Exactly.
That's why fantasy is perfect, and like even more, if you go spooky, that's even more perfect.
Oh yeah, because you can get away.
Yeah, you can get away with everything. Cover it up with everything.
Yeah, just say it's spooky, dude. What do you want?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I agree. But it's also, as you say, it goes the same as fantasy. Like you can literally just, you can have half a building there, and you can just say it's fantasy. Oh, okay. You know, like. As soon as you just say fantasy or magical or something, it just changed the tone of, yeah. I like it. I like it. And that's also why I'm just like a big fan of fantasy and just in general. Like, no one can judge you in that sense as well. It's fantasy. It's your imagination, you know? Like, it's how a game is supposed to be played. Especially a creative game like this. If you ask me. But I know you have the same because you built like you also a big fantasy creator. Like you build some of the most amazing fantasy stuff, especially in Planet Coaster. You are probably my top favorite fantasy builder in this game. I would say so. So I mean, it's
in this game or in Planet Coaster.
In Planet Coaster, I mean, obviously, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, from what I've already seen you make in like the last 100 hours of this game, like you, I mean, you're already top tier. But we didn't even doubt that. So.
Yeah, but like you said, I mean, fantasy. I mean, the two most important things are the scaling and the composition, really.
Yes.
And like with the details, with the windows, the doors, and roofs, you can really get away with anything. So. As long as you get the scaling and the composition right.
Yep. Then it's all good.
I mean, that's important to do right. I mean, you know, but with the details, you can do anything. Like, yeah, I mean, what you're doing here, you know, using a African roof piece for detail. I mean, it's perfect.
Yeah, I'm just trying to clutter up and see what I can use here at the end here. But we are also at the end section here. So yeah, what do you think of this? You ready to build some more stuff to the town here? Continue it?
Yeah, I'm definitely ready. I mean, I'm gonna love making some more buildings, you know.
Yes.
And, I mean, like small interiors. I mean, we can do some more of this.
Yes, I am. I'm very, very excited.
It's an amazing start. I mean, it really sets the bar, but
yeah,
I think
it's
yeah.
the level in this zoo is gonna be pretty high. I already know that. So.
Yeah, I already know now that I'm not gonna be easily satisfied, and
No.
there will be some things I have to do over.
Yes.
You know?
Same here.
Like,
But-
I'm working on a mill as well for this park,
Yes.
a
yes.
windmill.
So
And then I saw yesterday. I saw a picture of your windmill in Upper Zoo, and I was like, "Oh my god, my windmill sucks."
well,
So yeah.
I mean, it doesn't suck, dude. You just need to learn.
No, I know, but I want to do it better than you know.
I know.
'Cause I know it can be better when I see other stuff.
I know, man, but we'll definitely get there. And guys, you will get to see all of that in the next video, where we'll give you guys a short tour and show you guys what Coastercad has been up to. So yeah, guys, like the video if you think it deserves it. Let us know down below what kind of animals you think would be cool to have running around here in Terra Magica. We are very interested to hear that. And yeah, join our Discord. Cool people in there, including me and Coastercad. Super nice, guys. See you guys next time, and take care.
See you next time, guys. Later.
Oh, and thank you for joining me, man. Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Hey.
It's good fun with you always. So.
Always, man. See you guys.
Cheers.
Bye.
Cheers, guys.